Good morning students, how are you all? Hope you all will be fit and fine at home. So children, we have read the adaptation in plants, which is chapter 7, and in this chapter we have completed the word meaning, we have completed the exercises, and today we will do the question answers in this video. So you can be ready with your book and notebook and you can start with me. Okay, so what is the name of chapter? Chapter 7 we are going to do, and that is adaptation in plants. Adaptation in plants. You have to write the spelling correct. Beta, mostly students are writing wrong spelling. Adaptation, ADAPTATION, adaptation in plants. And we are going to do the question answers. What is question number 1? Let's start. And you can have your books also with you if you have. Otherwise, you can copy from the board. What is first question? Differentiate between terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. We have to write the difference between terrestrial plant and aquatic plants with their examples. So let's start. Differentiate between terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Plants with examples. With examples we have to write. So answer is the difference is, and then we will put line in between the page, and one side we will write terrestrial plants and second side we will write aquatic plants. Okay, and then we will write their definitions. What do you mean by terrestrial plant? What do you mean by aquatic plants? So plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Are called terrestrial plants. Example of terrestrial plants are, some of the terrestrial plants example you can write here. In example you can write babool, neem, cactus, etc. There are so many, mangrove, all these examples of terrestrial plants. In aquatic you will write plants that grow in water. Plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. And in example of aquatic plants you can write lotus, water lily, duckweed. There are so many. Water hyacinth, all are examples of aquatic plants. So only two I have written. Same you can copy. Now question number 2. What is question number 2? How do mangroves plants survive in marshes? How do mangroves plant survive in marshes? And you can draw this line with the help of scale. With the scale you can draw. Now question 2. How do mangroves plant survive in marshes? Okay, so you know very well that mangroves are having special kind of root. They are called as breathing roots. So we will write about that. Right answer. Mangroves have special breathing roots which grow out of the soil. And help the plant to take in air. To take in air means it help it to breathe. To take in air. Okay, air लेने में help करते हैं. That's why they can grow in marshy area. If they would not have breathing roots, so they would not be able to grow in that area, because that area is covered with clay soil, clay and sticky soil, and those roots are present under the soil. They would not be able to breathe, and basically they are growing in sticky area, so they are having special breathing roots which help the plant, which basically grow out of the soil and help the plant to take in air. Okay, so that's why they survive in marshes. Now question number 3 we will write. What is question number 3? Question number 3 is, name the various types of aquatic plants with examples. So children, I do not have space here, so I am writing up. Okay, you write question, then I am writing answer here. You can copy from the upper side. So question number 3 is, answer I am writing here, children. You can copy from up. The various types of aquatic plants are various types of aquatic plants are, the first one is floating plant. Floating plant. We will write the example of floating plant. What are the examples of floating plant? Duckweed and water hyacinth. Then second, fixed plants. The example of fixed plants are lotus, water lily. Lotus and water lily. These are the examples. Then third, underwater plants. Underwater plants, they are tap grass, tape grass and hornbeam. These are the examples of underwater plants. Now we will write the question number 4. What is question number 4? That is, can non-green plants make their own food and why? We will write about it. Can non-green plants make their food own food and why? will write about this. So what do you think, children? Can non-green plants make their food? So in answer you will write no. And why they are also asking? So you will write the answer of why, because non-green plants do not have chlorophyll. Do not have chlorophyll. So they cannot make their own food. So they cannot make their own food. Okay, so this was the question number 4. Now children, we will write the question number 5. What are insectivorous plants? What are insectivorous plants? So children, you can copy the question from your book, beta. I am writing only answers now. You can have your books with you and copy the questions from the book. So question number 5, you write from book and I am writing answer. What are insectivorous plants? Plants that trap insects. Plants that trap insects are called insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants. Venus flytrap. उसी के आगे आप लिख लीजिए Venus flytrap, peacher plant, and sundew. And sundew are examples of insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants. So this was your question number 5, beta. Now we will do the question number 6. Question number 6, you write down from your book. I am writing your answer. Question 6 is, how does Venus flytrap plant trap insects? कैसे वो trap करते हैं? What is the process? You write here leaves of. I am writing answer. You can copy the answer. Leaves of Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap have some sensitive hair. On them. When any insect touches the sensitive hair, so it traps the insect inside. Traps the insect inside. Okay children, understood? Leaves of Venus flytrap have some sensitive hairs beta on them. When any insect touches the sensitive hair, so it traps the insect inside. It helps to digest it, और उसको digestion में भी इसको help करता है. Now this was all about your question number 6. Now we will do the question number 7. What is question number 7? What is question number 7? Question number 7 is about give two features of the plants that grow on mountains. Mountains के ऊपर जो plants होते हैं बेटा उनके features के बारे में आपको लिखना है. So let's start writing. Question number 7 you will copy from your book. I am children writing only answer. So what is question number 7? The features of plants that grow on mountain. Write down two features. Two features of plants that grow on mountain are on mountains are what is the first feature? The first feature is they are tall, straight and conical in shape. They are tall, straight and conical in shape. They are tall, straight, conical in shape and also have needle-like leaves and also have needle-like leaves. Okay, they are tall, straight, conical in shape and also have needle-like leaves. This is the first feature. Second feature is they have cones instead of flowers. They do not have flowers, so they have cones instead of flowers. This is the second feature of the plants which grow in mountain area. Two features they are asking. We have done the two features. They are tall, straight, conical in shape and also have needle-like leaves and they have cones instead of flowers. Now we will do the question number 8. Question 8. What is question number 8? Give two features of the plants that grow in desert. जो desert में grow करते हैं उनके आपको features बताने हैं. Okay, so we will write the two features. Let's start writing. Two features of plants that grow in desert. That grow in desert are the first one, the thick green and flashing stem of cactus. Green and flashy stem of cactus. The thick green and flashy stem of cactus makes food and stores water for the plant. So this is the first feature of cactus which grows in desert, the thick green and flashy stem. The leaf actually which you are looking now, they are not leaves, they are stems. And the spines which you are looking, जो उनके कांटे होते हैं बेटा, they are working as a leaf, okay, and they help in reducing loss of water. So we will write leaves in cactus. Leaves in cactus plants are reduced to spines to prevent loss of water. To prevent loss of water. So children, we have completed all the question answers. This was all about the question answers of chapter 7, which you have to write in neat and clean handwriting, and you have to learn these also. Thank you.